Hola from the west side. It is me, DCThePurpleDiva, and welcome to Not So Random Chat. It's Saturday, y'all. It's Saturday night. Happy Saturday. I missed y'all last night. But rehearsal for the play ran rather late. And by the time I got home, it was late. So I'm on tonight because rehearsal today was early. But we had fun. Just getting into character for this play. These roles are going to be so deep. I mean, our hope is that somebody out there is going to see themselves in the characters in the play. And the play is called Why Christine. And I think it's going to be powerful because of some of the messages that it's going to be sending. Some of them are going to be done in a funny way. And, some of them are going to be done in a more serious way, with funny parts in them. Because, like, the role that I play is a cocaine addict. And when she's having a conversation, she is going into little cuckoo places in the middle of what she's doing. Like, she literally breaks out in song like she's on a stage at a nightclub in the middle of what she's saying. But it's crazy because it's real. Hey, DLD. It's crazy, but it's real. And then there's other things that we're dealing with in the play. We're dealing with, people who have developmental disabilities in the play. We are dealing with people who, have diabetes. We're dealing with colorism. We're dealing with, some, shady pastors. Just some, the kind of things that you would think you should see in some gospel stage plays, but the ones that you're seeing out there now, they're not doing this kind of stuff because this is a little deeper than they probably want to go, But when you are putting out something about how things are, behind closed doors, in number one, within the Black community, and then number two, just pointing out some inefficiencies or hypocrisies within the Black church. Sometimes the truth hurts, but we do it with truth. We do some of it with seriousness, and we do some of it with comedy. So I think it's gonna come off real good for everyone, And they're actually thinking about bringing this play to Las Vegas, DOD. So I will let you know because they're talking about bringing this play to Las Vegas. That's one of the places that is on the map for it possibly going to. But it's been a rather cool 2 days, just creatively. Hey, Miss Pamela. As you guys can see, I'm still stuffy, but now I'm stuffy more. Hey, Matt. Everybody's coming in. That's right. Smash that like button. But eventually, I'm not gonna be so stuffy. Another reason why I don't want to even be out and stuff with the coronavirus spreading. Let me see. I think the last time I talked to you guys on Thursday, there was only one TSA worker with it. Now there's 2, and they have confirmed that they both worked in the international terminals at Los Angeles International Airport. And they don't know how many people they came in contact with. You know, they're supposedly, quote unquote, contacting each individual. You know, I guess that was on the flight manifests of who was coming through that area. So, but here's the thing. Now they're saying that the way that they're doing the screenings is not going to catch like 75% of the people that would test positive for this. You know, so that's not helping. Basically, they're only catching ones who are already symptomatic. If they're not symptomatic, then they're not going to catch them. You see how this goes, y'all? Am I going to wear that? No, I'm not wearing that black dress. I don't wear that black dress in this play. Thank you very much. I don't wear the little black dress in the play. But I'm just looking in the chat. But this thing with the coronavirus is getting more serious, and we have 45 who's really so non-empathetic. You know, he's like, oh well, you know, the only ones who are succumbing to it are old people who already had stuff going on with them. I'm sorry, sir. Do you not remember that you're old as well? Like, so he is not even. He's like, if you know, the people that die from it. Well, you know, they lived a long life anyway. So, what kind of crap is that? What kind of crap is that? And now, here in the Los Angeles area, I think starting on Monday, because the LA Marathon is tomorrow, and they're saying there's just a slight chance of rain, but Monday through Wednesday, we get rain. So now we're going to be in the nice kind of weather where people's immune systems are going to be fighting. They're going to be out there in this wet weather. So I think everyone needs to stack it up on preventative measures. Now, you can't go to a store pretty much in the Los Angeles area and find any of those masks, so don't even try. You can try on Amazon. Good luck with that. And, you know, they have skyrocketed. The people who own Lysol, I wonder do people who make Lysol, I wonder if they pay dividends to their shareholders, or are they owned by Procter & Gamble? I need to find out who owns Lysol, because they making money hand over fist right now. Hand over fist. Them and the ones, and Purell. You know, for the bacteria soap thing. Hey, AKA James. How are you, AKA James? Thank you for coming. Please don't forget to smash that like button. But, yeah, 45 doesn't really care. You know, as long as he's not getting it, or it's not coming close to him. You know, I haven't heard of any cases in Washington, D.C., my hometown. As a matter of fact, You know, I don't think that they're immune to it. It's really interesting that we haven't heard any cases in the Washington, D.C. area yet. You know, because I've been listening to where they're saying that the cases are, but I haven't heard that. Now that's very interesting. And people are saying that having the vice president on this is just a joke because he didn't do serious things in regards to healthcare in his state. You know, he's one of those ones who wants abortion abolished under any circumstances. Yeah. Under any circumstances. You know, and my stance is, since I'm not in the childbearing age any longer, but when I was, my stance was always, pro-choice. But I do not, advocate using abortion as a birth control method, nor do I advocate for people, not having a discussion with both parties and the woman making this decision on her own, because she's not the only one who was involved in making the baby. And I don't think that it's just something. I do think that it is a living baby. I believe that, but it's not my decision to make for somebody else in their circumstance, because you don't know what's going on. And then, there are people, who are raped, and he doesn't even want that to happen. If they were raped and they want, to not have a child because of the circumstances. Obviously, in that situation, the father doesn't really have any say-so in that, because she didn't have a say-so in becoming pregnant. But this, oh yeah, have you guys seen the little memes of the guy that's, there's one there where the guy is dressed in all gold, like he has on a gold shirt. I mean, the shirt is made of gold. He's got all these gold chains on. Everything's gold on him. And they're saying the CEO of Lysol and Perel. And then there's another one where they're showing them shooting money, money just shooting in the air between the two, throwing the money in the air between the CEOs of both of those companies. It's hilarious. But yeah, they're making money. And I'm going to check and see, who owns Lysol, and see if it's a company that gives dividends, because I might want to buy some stock. I might want to make some stock. Oh, wait a minute. What did it say? Oh, that is so wonderful, Miss Pamela. Congratulations. Congratulations, Miss Pamela. That's wonderful. Clorox owns, so Clorox owns Lysol. Okay. Yeah, I have to check. Hey, 1SP. Oh, David is out. David is gone for the weekend. He's at his dad's house. He'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, he'll be here when I come on live stream tomorrow night. But he's not thinking about me. I promise you. He's really not thinking about me right now at all. How are you doing, 1SP? Good evening. I'm glad to see you. Thank you for coming. So But you guys, I just find it really interesting that we haven't heard anything about anything around the Washington area. And I'm going to check with some of my friends back there, but if it was hidden in Washington, D.C., we would hear it. We would hear it. You know. But they did have their first cases, and I think the first cases in Florida. So now they've got 2 cases in Florida. It's jumping across the country, y'all. You know, because it's already, you know, New York, the city with its boroughs is already having issues, and they've already, you know, have a public health issue in regards to it. But now it's in, I think, and it's 2 separate counties in Florida. The cases are in 2 separate counties in Florida. Oh, and by the way, guys, y'all know that cruise ship that was floating in the water off the coast of California that, you know, Governor Newsom wouldn't let come in? Well, they've said of the 45 people who they tested, 22 of them were positive. So now they're going to test the other 3,500 people. So we're going to see how many people on this cruise ship have it. And then that's 3,500 passengers. That's not including the 1,100 staff. Is it raining? It's raining, y'all. I guess the rain decided to come tonight.
Yeah, it's raining, man.
But this isn't the big storm that's supposed to come on Monday. So that means it's going to be wet in the morning when they start the marathon. But they do the Los Angeles Marathon run happens rain or shine. They have taken in all their precautions in regards to the coronavirus. You know, they're not going to have people handing out certain things along the way. They will have waters, but, you know, obviously those are, and all the people will be using, you know, have it on gloves when they're handing things to people, but they won't be giving them, like, you know, fruit and other stuff, you know, some of those things that they would normally give along the way, just water mainly. All because of the coronavirus. You know? All because of the coronavirus. That's good that it hasn't made it to Canada yet, 1SP. That's good. Hopefully, you know, the Canadian government is taking precautions that they need to take. You know, they don't want that there because you don't know what this is. I mean, you know that it's a coronavirus, but it's a new strain of it. And people are dying. Now, granted, yes, probably more people have died from the flu. You know, like last season where people were dying from influenza. You know, but the fact is that this thing keeps popping all over the place and they don't have anything, you know, any type of vaccine that's going to come anytime soon. So, you know, not to cause a state of panic. And the agent is suing his school because he coughed and his teacher thought he had the virus and made him go to the... Wow. Wow. Is that here in the United States, Pamela? Is that in the U.S. that's going on? That's horrible. See, that's the other thing. You cannot... I made this statement before. You know, all Asians are not Chinese. They're not. They could be Indonesian, they could be Japanese, they could be Korean, they could be Vietnamese, and I can keep going. You know, so this is China's problem that has now become a global problem. And, oh, by the way, the school I went to, USC, yeah, now they're talking about students taking their classes online and stuff because of this. Seriously. So it is starting to affect schools here. I haven't heard anything in regards to UCLA, but USC said this. Telling y'all. Oh, it was on TV today? Wow. I haven't been on TV today at all. I was playing this game called Thug Life. I was playing this game all day. When I wasn't at rehearsal, this morning I was playing the game. And when I got home from rehearsal before I cooked dinner, I was playing the game again. Yeah. And then I'm like surprised at the people that are playing that game. It's funny because you end up playing with like all your, for me, basically, mainly a bunch of family and people I went to school with because it, targets your Facebook friends who are playing the game. But I don't post nothing about this thing on my Facebook. I'm not bragging. I'm not doing nothing because I'm like, let me just play in the background, figure this, game out. Hopefully, it's not going to be another Candy Crush situation. Because I had to go into Candy Crush rehab and never look at it again. But this one doesn't seem to be the same kind of crazy stuff that was in Candy Crush. This seems to be a little bit more just straightforward. Now it still has all these millions of levels, but the levels in it, it's like you get different places that are either where you live or your business. Sometimes it's a legal business, sometimes it's an illegal business that you're running. So, because it's the thug life. But it's like you surprised who's playing it, because I'm not talking about, it's not just like little kids playing it. I mean, younger people. I'm talking about grandmas and grandpas are playing this game. It's hilarious. Anyway, I digress. That's what I was doing instead of watching world events. Hey, Terry. Yes, congratulate Pamela. She is going to be a mother-in-law. A mother-in-law. Her beautiful Black Queen daughter has become engaged. And she showed her mama the ring. So that is so happy. That's happy news though for you, Pamela. Now you'll get to either, if your daughter, you're going to be helping her to plan the wedding, or you get to watch her planning her wedding, and all that kind of stuff. That'll be so nice. I know, pal. I was like in that game all day. What can I say? Yeah. Well, it's actually pretty fun so far. It's interesting. I'll put it like that. But it's like people like pay money to move ahead in the game. I'm like, I'm not doing that. They did that stuff over in the Candy Crush stuff. I wasn't doing it over there. I'm not doing it on here. I don't pay to do nothing. What? This is make believe. These games are make believe. They not paying me to play. Why am I going to give them some of my hard-earned money for a few extra spins? That's okay. I'll just wait till they come the old-fashioned way. I'll just wait for it. But that's going to be beautiful for you. That's going to be beautiful for you. I know you're very happy for your daughter. Because that's, when your kids get married and everything, that that means that your job is done being, a parent. Now you can be that, that parent to them as an adult. And it's a transition, because now they're, in their own household or, their own, situation in the marriage and everything. My best friend has 6 kids, and 2 of her children are married, and 2 others are engaged to be married. So that's like 4 kids. She only has 2 left. Like one of her daughters is married, one of her sons is married. Her other daughter is engaged, and another one of her sons is engaged. And she only has 2 more. She has 2 sons who are not, but they're younger. I mean, I think one of them's younger than my son. No, maybe they're both younger than my son. I think they both may be younger. I think they both are younger than David. Because she doesn't have any children that are the same age as my son. Like she as many times as she was pregnant, the year that I was pregnant with my son, she was not pregnant. It was one of the years that she wasn't, because she was pregnant like every other year, literally, for like 12 years. Every 2 years she had a kid. But I just have the one, and I know it's going to be a long time before he's in a relationship, much less thinking about anything like that. And he may never want to get married. I don't know. I know he doesn't want to be up under me forever, but he's got to get enough courage to talk to a girl, like really talk to her, for me to be worried. He ain't there yet, so I'm not worried. That's how old I was when I had my son. That's how old I was when I had my son. Yep. So it's different, because like my parents were in their 20s when they had me, but I was in my 30s when I had my son. So I'm a lot older than, like my son, whereas my dad is less than 25 years older than me. Yeah, my dad is 24 years older than I am, because he was 24 when I was born. So, but that's just, but I had my son later because I got married later. My parents, My dad was married by the time he was, before he was 25 years old. And I didn't get married until my late 20s. And then people thought I didn't want to have a child because I didn't get pregnant like as soon as I got married, because y'all know y'all know that I grew up in the Catholic Church. Where they don't practice birth control, not really. So, they expect that as soon as you get married, you're going to get pregnant. Doesn't happen that way. But obviously, I wanted a child because I have one. I wanted more, but that didn't happen. So. I don't think you can. I don't think. Okay, so where am I? Why would you be worried? Oh, I'm not worried. I'm not worried if he talks to his sister, but shoot. It's the issue is that if my son decides he wants to talk to a neurotypical girl versus someone who is neurodiverse like himself, he may decide he wants to talk to somebody who's not on the autism spectrum, and then, I have to look at her like to see what she really wants with my son. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. So that's what I'm saying. He ain't ready for it. I ain't ready for him to be ready for it. But we good. But I think that his preference is, actually, I think my son likes chocolate women. He likes chocolate women. Yeah, that's what he likes. And then he likes Beyonce. And then he likes Beyonce. But I mean, outside of that, yeah, he likes brown skinned girls. He likes brown skinned girls. I just know that. And he also likes, I've never seen him try to talk to girls like his one. No, yeah. Yeah, and they're still chocolate. He likes chocolate girls. Yeah, I mean, like in my early 20s, no. Man. No. And then like in my mid 20s, this thing broke. I'm going to go get another one. And then by my mid 20s, it was like, you see that? You see that? You see that thing, bro? Look, it broke. I'm talking about one of these. So anyway, this is one of these little cheap adapters for my iPhone. This little thing broke. So I have to get another one. Ridiculous. I can't even complain because they only cost like $1.50. So you get what you pay for. I have 2 of them. So I have a backup. The backup just doesn't work that well. But I'll be all right. No, I don't think you can. 21, man. I was still in school. I was still in college. So no, I wasn't trying to get married. But I knew people who were trying to get married. I wasn't one of them. But like my best friend, she got married maybe a year after college. She was married by 25. You know, and by the time I got married, she already had 2 kids. And I got married in my 20s too. But I got married like at least 4 years after she did. So like I said, by the time I got married, she already had 2 kids. You know? But she like, as soon as she got married, she immediately got pregnant. Like, they already knew they wanted to have a bunch of kids. So she immediately started, you know. I mean, and she went to college, got a degree, got a good degree too. But her and her husband, who I also grew up with, knew they wanted to have a big family, and therefore they already figured out that once she had their second child, she was going to work from home. And then this decision was made that she was going to homeschool their kids. So, you know, she was an at-home mom for her kids their entire life. I'm like, I wish I could have done that, you know, but that was her situation, because they, you know, like we all knew each other growing up. And like, he came back, he went out into the service, and he came back from the service, and he came looking for her. And she was engaged to someone else at the time. Then she wasn't engaged to that other person. And then she was dating him. And then the next thing I knew, they were getting married. But I always knew that they were going to end up together. It was one of those situations. And they've been married, they've been married for like, I think like 30 years. I think they've been married for like 30 years. Well, yep, I do believe they've been married for 30 years. I know, that's crazy. Yep. And that's my best friend. She's married for 30 years. And my other best friends aren't married. One has been married like me, and then 2 of them have never been married. But everybody got kids. Everybody has kids. And we all went to college. Just put it out there, you know. But it's like, you know, these are not your typical, you know, Black baby mamas. These are women who were already grown, and stuff happens, you know. So I'm like, but when you think about it, it's like some people don't want to get married. Some people do. You know? And the people that don't, and it's cool if they're not into that. You know, just don't get with somebody who is into that. That's what they don't do. You know? If you're not a relationship person, don't get with someone who is. It's just that simple. You know, but there are good men and there are good women out there, and there are people who want to be in, you know, relationship with one person, you know, and they're not trying to be in relationships with other people, or they're in the relationship with that one person, you know. Because seriously, How does that work? How does that work? How does it work when you're in a relationship with multiple people at the same time? I just wonder. I don't think it works. That's just my opinion, you know. So clearly I'm not into polygamy. Not into it.
Who? The new rap group?
Yeah. As people have multiple, you know.
Oh, the Utah shit?
Yeah. That stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh yeah, the getting. I'm telling you, grown women. But see, some women don't get. You know, it's like I'll say like a couple of my friends. You know, who have children and they're not married to their children's father. They didn't. I'll probably say that they decided they didn't want to, you know, be married to that person for that. And I don't think even they weren't that type of chick, but I do know ones that are like that. I know ones that are like that. That they think they get married, you know, that they'll get the guy to marry them. You know, get them to marry him. Because you can't try to trap a guy with a baby, you trap yourself. Because you're the one who's going to end up, you know, taking care of that child. So that's just dumb. That's just dumb. But I do know the men in the service, for some women, they think that's like cha-ching. Let me go get pregnant by him. Let me go get pregnant by him. You have some sisters that's what they looking for. You know, guys in the service, he's away from home. He's on some base. You know, because they know if they get pregnant by him, they're going to get a check. Because Uncle Sam don't play that. He does not play that. But he also is going to make them do a DNA test to make sure that that's really his before Uncle Sam starts cutting you a check. That's the other thing. So you better be careful if you're faking and it ain't his. I'm just looking to see what you guys are saying. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Did I miss a conversation about them damn tea cakes? Okay, Deacon, I know you didn't start that. Ooh, I know you didn't start that stuff up in this chat about them daggone tea cakes. Dude, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. The tea cake bandit. There's a tea cake bandit. Okay. That's why nobody's made tea cakes. There's a tea cake bandit on the loose. Let's see. I told you that I like a specific kind. I know the kind that you want, that you like. Those are the ones that are more like they're not like, they're like cookie cakes, and they're more anyway. They're southern tea cakes because there's several kinds, but he wants the southern ones, y'all. Hey, Zero. But back to the conversation. Yeah, those women. I can imagine that you dealt with that when you were in the service. And when I was in college, I had a boyfriend that was in the service. He was in San Diego. As a matter of fact. As a matter of fact, yeah, he was down in San Diego. But that was the boyfriend from home, who was actually the brother of my best friend's husband. But he's no longer with us. He, rest in peace, died a few years ago from prostate cancer. So men, get your prostate checked out. Get it checked out. I know it's not the most comfortable thing for men to have done, but especially black men. Do it. You do not want to have those issues. You do not want to have those issues. Because he didn't get it checked out when he could have. Before it had got to that point. He just wasn't taking care of himself. That's why I said that. So that's that barbershop talk, that they do that barbershop talk about that for men, talking about the prostate. I'm saying it because I'm the daughter of a doctor, of a physician, of a black doctor. And I want my black men to stay healthy. And that's one of those areas that black men do not take care of. So that's why I'm saying it. I'm putting it out there. Because it can be serious. But, so I'm being serious about that. It's something that's very serious. So, I mean, for men who are, if you're over the age of, I'm going to say the age of 40, you need to be thinking about what I'm saying. If you're under the age of 40, then you probably don't need to be thinking about this yet. But if you're over the age of 40, you need to be thinking about it and making sure that that's a healthy situation at all times. Because these, I hate to say it, although men of other races are probably just as bad in making sure that this is checked on a regular basis, our men seem to die of it more. So that's why I'm saying it. Because I need to make sure that we save the black man in regards to that. Yep. Yeah, I know. My dad had a ooh, excuse me, guys. I'm coughing up there. Let me drink some water. Okay. Whew. If I could just get past this cough, and it just comes out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Oh, you were at Camp Pendleton? Camp Pendleton. I dated a Marine at Camp Pendleton. Yeah. This is after the Navy boyfriend from back home. Then I dated a Marine that was at Camp Pendleton because he was from New Orleans. Yeah, he was friends with one of my cousins, and that's how he met me. But he was a gentleman, like gentleman. He was so nice. He just took me out on dates, and wasn't after everything. He just wanted someone to hang out with on occasion. I was like, okay. I didn't question whether he was straight or not. I just was good with that. Not every guy has to be jumping down a woman's pants. We don't like that all the time. You know, young or old, young or old. And I'm old, old fashioned and stuff anyway with that kind of stuff. For me, I always have been. For the most part, it's like, if you don't know me, that's probably not going to happen. But that's just how I am in regards to that. I know they can still miss it though. I know they can still miss it with the prostate. With my dad, he didn't have any issues until he was in his 70s. Okay, so that's like within the last 10 years. And then he didn't even want to say anything to us, his kids. He was going to go in the hospital, take care of everything, and let us know later. But his wife, bless her heart, let us know. Like I told y'all before, doctors make the worst patients in the world. And old people like to keep secrets. That's how parents do that to their kids. Even when they're old and everything, they like to keep all the secrets and not tell you stuff. I am congested. I know I'm talking through my nose. I know. I can tell because when I listen to the playbacks, I can tell that I'm congested every time. And I can breathe. My nose is not stuffy, but I'm still talking like this. And I think it's because I'm still getting the last of this phlegm out of my throat. It's crazy. Wow, Matt. Well, with my dad, thankfully, it was, it wasn't. He didn't have any cancerous cells or anything. It was just that he was having an issue, and it's like that's what I'm saying. But if you're going and getting things checked on a regular basis, and doctors are getting better at detecting things, because within certain things, symptoms are different between, than what people think that they may be. And I know that the exam is not a pleasant exam, but let me tell you, pelvic exams are not very comfortable for women either. When we get, and if we have to get any, it just is what it is. When things are invading parts of the body that they shouldn't be invading, it's not a comfortable feeling. But it could save somebody's life. So it's important. It'll save a life. So it's important. Now, I have to worry about going and getting mammograms on a regular basis. Because that's the age bracket that I am in as far as women. And then they have this other thing that you can get, which is an ultrasound instead of doing the mammogram. But like my best friend, the one with the 6 kids, that's what she does. And I think I could probably get that with the PPO because I have PPO insurance. So I have to check because mammograms are not pleasant. Not pleasant at all. Even though they're probably not as bad as they used to be, nobody wants radiation on their breasts. Because they have to do that in order to check with the mammogram. And with the ultrasound, there's nothing like that because it's just basically using something similar to when they do the ultrasounds for when women are pregnant, but they're able to get a picture, and actually they're able to get a better picture, especially if it's a woman who has dense breast. Y'all know I know these kind of things. So, but I just like to spread those things. I don't have that, I don't think I have that. In the dense one, and dense has nothing to do with the size of women's breasts. It has to do with inside, what the tissue inside looks like. When it's dense, it means it's harder to see through, and that's where a ultrasound would be able to detect cancerous cells faster than a mammogram would, because it's harder for a mammogram to detect them in women who have highly dense breast tissue. Okay, thank you, DOD. Well, we're only going to be on for a few more minutes, so we're almost done. Yeah, while I'm congested like this, I can only go for an hour, because I can usually make it through the hour without coughing. And I didn't tonight, but I'm usually pretty good, because I'm usually able to make it through an hour. But I'm almost over whatever I have, which is just a basic common cold. I don't have the flu. I don't have, the coronavirus. I just have a cold. But because I do have a cold, I don't want to be around anybody that has anything, because, my immune system is not as strong as it normally is. So, yeah, that part. But in a couple more days, my system will be back to 100, and I'll be good. It does hurt. It hurts to me. It hurts. It's not a fun process. That's why I'm thinking I'm going to look into the ultrasounds. I'm going to talk to my doctor and see if I can get them, because they are more expensive. But insurance does cover them. And I'm going to ask the doctor about it. But that's what my best friend has been doing. She's always done that. She's never done the mammogram. She's always done the ultrasound in place of it. Her choice, But the way that they suggest is that you alternate between ultrasounds and mammograms. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm going to talk to my doctor about it. We'll see. You've had both? Yeah, see, I've never done the ultrasound one. It sounds like it's a less invasive. It sounds like it's less invasive. So, and I'm for anything that's not going to be causing pain to my breast. I'm just going to put it like that. I mean, the only painful experience that I went through was when I first started breastfeeding my son. That was very painful. It was. But it got better and I was fine. But that's the only kind of pain I would endure. If I cannot endure somebody smashing my stuff down, then yeah, I'm going to see if I can find a way to not do that. Now I know that they have some of them now where they do them where they don't have to necessarily do that. Especially for women who have smaller, breasts. It's like, why are you doing that? you know? I mean, it's like, especially with the less dense, women who have less dense breasts, it's like the woman is more likely to find the lump all on her own without way before a mammogram. So, but, it's part of the health industry. Part of the things that we try to do to protect ourselves from certain types of, from breast cancer. And then prostate exams are to keep our men from getting prostate cancer. Yep. I think Fallen. Oh, Fallen is a good one. I'm just looking to see what you guys are saying. Yeah, the prostate exams are important, guys. I mean, no joking. But I'm getting ready to come on camera because we're about to close out, guys. Come on camera. Hey, everybody. See, I'm here. Hair. Ooh, what is going on? I'm like, what's going on with my hair? Thank you guys for coming. As you can see, I'm sitting here. See, I have this water. Arizona water. Sparkling water. Tastes good. Tastes like soda, but it's water. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank y'all for coming out tonight. I know I sound congested. Sorry. And I'm not coughing right now, thankfully. Sounds like a tree's on me when I'm coughing. It sounds horrible. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow night. Or maybe during the day. Depends on, how things go. After church for me. But I thank y'all. And as always, I wish you guys peace and blessings from the West Side. Thank you guys for coming into the Purple Paisley Den. Appreciate it. Bye, everybody.